1248. Break 1248, the 2020-21 Revolution Basketball one box pick your team auction. For 4 rookies, 4 inserts, and 8 parallels. 8 packs of 5 cards per pack. Goran Dragic of the Miami Heat heading to Mark. Jonas Valanciunas of the Grizzlies heading to Carl. DeAndre Ayton of the Phoenix Suns going to Jay, followed by a Devin Booker Groove edition of the Phoenix Suns, and that is going to Jay as well, followed by a Supernova Trae Young of the Atlanta Hawks going to Jose. And wow, I think 3/4 of this break are new. Welcome to BreakTraders, and you can always use promo code NEWBT for 20% off your first purchase at BreakTraders.com. We have Andrew Wiggins of the Warriors, Kevin Huerter of the Atlanta Hawks, followed by Drew Holiday of the Milwaukee Bucks. And then we're going to have a Supernova Devin Booker of the Phoenix Suns headed to Jay, followed by a Cole Anthony RC of the Orlando Magic, and that is going to Carl. And that Supernova Devin Booker is 4 out of 50 of the Phoenix Suns. Nice hit right there. Jamal Murray of the Nuggets, Domantas Sabonis of the Pacers, Carmelo Anthony of the Portland Trailblazers, followed by a Tim Hardaway Jr. Astro edition of the Dallas Mavericks headed to Carl, and then a Vortex James Harden of the Houston Rockets, and that is going to Cynthia. Rudy Gobert of the Utah Jazz going to Kyle. Devontae Graham of the Hornets headed to Justin. D'Angelo Russell of the Timberwolves going to Kevin. Followed by Daniel Oturu of the Los Angeles Clippers. And that is going to be an Astro Edition RC headed to Kyle. And then we have Killian Hayes of the Detroit Pistons going to Anthony. And we are halfway through this break. We have Andre Drummond of the Cavaliers headed to Carl, followed by Kyle Kuzma of the Lakers going to Jose. Followed by a Kelly Porter Jr. Astro Edition. Kelly Oubre Jr. of the Golden State Warriors going to Jose. And then a Shockwave Revolution Ben Simmons of the 76ers headed to Mark. And then we have a auto. And that is going to be Mr. Al Horford of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Al Horford of the Thunder with the Revolution auto right there, and that is going to Mark. See what we've got right here. We have LaMarcus Aldridge of the Spurs, Jaren Jackson of the Grizzlies, Brook Lopez of the Milwaukee Bucks, Terrell Terry of the Dallas Mavericks, and that is going to be a Lava 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Nice one right there. And that is of the Dallas Mavericks going to Carl. Following that up with Jaden McDaniels of the Minnesota Timberwolves going to Kevin. Alfred Payton of the Knicks, Lou Williams of the Clippers, CJ McCollum of the Trailblazers, a Theo Maledon Groove edition of the Oklahoma City Thunder going to Mark, followed by a rookie revolution Tyrese Maxey of the Philadelphia 76ers going to Mark as well. Draymond Green of the Warriors, followed by John Collins of the Hawks, Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets, a liftoff Zion Williamson, the liftoff Zion Williamson of the New Orleans Pelicans. And that is going to Mark, following up with Cassius Winston, RC of the Washington Wizards, going to Mark. Alrighty. Well, let's run some of these inserts and parallels down. We have Ben Simmons of the 76ers to Mark, followed by a Kelly Oubre Jr., and that is going to be an Astro edition. Kelly Oubre Jr. of the Golden State Warriors to Jose. The Vortex, James Harden of the Houston Astros headed to Cynthia. The Astro, Tim Hardaway Jr. of the Mavs headed to Carl. The Supernova, Trae Young of the Hawks headed to Jose. And the Devin Booker Groove edition of the Phoenix Suns going to Jay. And now our rookie rundown. We have Cassius Winston of the Wizards, Theo Maledon of the Oklahoma City Thunder Groove edition, followed up by a rookie revolution Tyrese Maxey of the 76ers headed to Mark, Jaden McDaniels of the Minnesota Timberwolves headed to Kevin, Killian Hayes of the Detroit Pistons heading to Anthony, Daniel Arturo Astro edition of the Clippers going to Kyle, and then Cole Anthony of the Orlando Magic headed to Carl. And now on to our featured cards. We have the liftoff Zion Williamson of the New Orleans Pelicans headed to Mark. Following that up, we have two numbered. We have the out of 50 Devin Booker and the out of 10 Terrell Terry. Devin Booker of the Phoenix Suns going to Jay. Terrell Terry of the Dallas Mavericks going to Carl. And then last but not least, we have an auto, and that is Al Horford of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and that is going to Mark. And with that, we are done with break 1248. Done with break 1248. We'll be taking a 5-minute break, and we'll be back with some more Revolution basketball.